Hey, what's going on?
How you doing?
I come bearing gifts today, Dan.
Oh man. What's all this? Oh my God.
It's all for you, baby.
Look at that. You're the man.
Shout out Brooks.
Thank you very much.
Shout out Brooks.
The best.
I got you one pair of each.
Those waterproof ones are sick.
You like those?
That's awesome.
I can see you just absolutely trucking through water in those things. Look at those. We're matching shoes today. Dan, what do we got today? You want to give us a quick rundown what we're getting into
so
today?
we're gonna start off, do nice static drills, get the hips right, get the sternum right. Then it's gonna be dynamic, get bouncy on the pads. We'll go outside, get the speed going. And we're gonna do some big heavy weights.
Oh.
It's gonna be great.
Oh.
Yeah.
Petition Friday, tennis warm up. Couple minutes of hitting on the ball. What do you think? Petition. I think it'd be crazy not to.
So how long have you been working with Joey?
It's been about 12 years now. It's been a long time. Just always the hardest worker in the room. Early on in his career, it was always my job to make sure he didn't do anything stupid and too much. And that's just because he's so much of a hard worker. Yeah, he just wants to just grind, and do anything he can to make himself better.
I'm trying to work on my forehand. I was pretty good yesterday on the court. It's one of my favorite exercises just for getting my pelvis just positioned properly before I start my training. This is like my little pre-gym routine. I go that and then I go to an arm bar just to get the body moving while I get air moving. What's your go-to karaoke song? Mine's Burning Up, Jonas Brothers. Hits every time. Hits every time.
That's nice.
Just have a little routine of like stuff I like to do before I start my training sessions. Just get the body feeling good. This is all just like hip repositioning and like rib repositioning as well. This one's just to get my heels elevated and get my hips moving freely through like a squat. I
thought for sure you were going to push it with some arms on Friday.
Does it make sense?
I thought that's where that was
arms?
coming.
Yeah, it'll be the first time we hit arms all summer. So like a lot of the stuff that I do pre-ice is the same as pre-gym. Again, just all about trying to get the body moving freely so that when I get into the sprints and the jumps and the lifting, I'm moving totally free. If you guys couldn't tell, I love tennis. So this is Dan's racket and this is like a training ball. And then I just hit off the wall here just to get warm.
Is this the warm-up every athlete has when they come in here?
Only Joey.
All right, that seems good. Dan, can we just pull out a couple hurdles and just start with that before we get into like the bigger jumps? I love doing hurdles and like jumping and stuff. Even though I'm not very bouncy, which you'll see in a second, I like to work on it. I used to jump like this high. Dan knows, Dan saw it for years.
I've seen it, yeah.
Yeah, so I always like to do like my speed and hop work first when I'm like the most fresh, then like the sprints, still fresh, and then we do the lifting after. If you do your sprints after you do your lifting, then you're too fatigued. All right, last one. This one just trying to work on ankle stiffness. I do a lot of this stuff in season too, just to keep up with it. can be hard to like get a lot of training in during the season, so it's easy to like lose it. So I just try to make sure I get a lot of training in. That feels pretty poppy, Dan.
Bounce. You got that bounce today.
Call me crazy.
I feel it.
Should we gas this and just go to a court and see if I can dunk? I feel like that'd be way more entertaining. Is that what the people want? They want to see if I can dunk? They want tarp come off, see if I can dunk. I don't think I can. I think it's more of an issue of palming the ball than being able to get. I think I can get there. Anything you see there that I should do different?
Just a touch more hinge, you can.
A little more hinge?
That's it.
Take a lot of rest in between these because I'm trying to be like bouncy. I'm not trying to be like getting conditioning out of this. This is about being as maximum pop. Feels pretty good comparatively. I would say we take a very holistic training approach like other sports, a lot of athleticism work in here. Like my Wednesday training session, my midweek training session, there's not much lifting. It's a lot of athleticism work, change of direction, speed, quickness, agility. I mean, Monday and Friday still has components of that, but it's more like lifting and lifting focused. I would say too many goalies are probably too goalie specific in the gym, which there's an element of that for sure. You need some, we do some goalie specific stuff in here, but a lot of it is just training the body to work properly, proper movement patterns. So on this, like I'm not trying to get like straight up or straight forward. I'm just trying to get maximum like pop through my hips. Just work on the elasticity of my hips. So that's why I'm not really going super far or super high, kind of in that 45-degree range. And then the boxes help with like the deficit, so you have to accept more force and then jump out of it. Sweet. All right. Oh, it's nice out. Oh, can't get better than that. Unfortunately, I have to leave the tarp on here so I can keep the mic on. That's sad.
So we're gonna go with these nice Brooks shoes. It's gonna be 50%.
I love that.
On
I love that.
that.
Shout out Brooks.
50% on the first one. Just get as much pop off that start. 50% at the top.
3-point stance, 2-point stance?
2-point stance.
Okay.
Right in front. Really try to use those arms. Good.
My biceps are getting in the way. Told you guys I'm not fast. I wish I was fast, I'm not. I felt kind of fast, like just a little fast for me.
Good. Yep.
That was fun. I like sprinting. I find sprinting fun. Get a chance to just like go all out, max speed. I think it's a lot of fun to sprint. I think it's very functional too. I obviously never have to like sprint on the ice. Well, actually, delayed penalty.
Oh yeah, there you go. You're fast out there.
Oh yeah, I hum. Delayed penalty, I'm balls to the wall going to the bench.
I want to see you come up and start shooting some puck on the door. 4 each side here.
Okay. So we're going for speed here?
Yeah. Always torque. Directly after this, he's going to go into that band, set himself up for lateral speed work and a turn.
So this would be considered like goalie specific.
Yeah. Yeah.
But even then, it's not like, not in a butterfly.
Yeah. Good.
I like training alone. I used to train in groups when I was younger, and it's definitely more fun, but I like training alone with Dan because I just get like that full focus and his attention the whole session to make sure everything's super targeted, doing everything correctly, good form, everything's super dialed in. And I've been training, is this 11 years? 12? Yeah, wow.
11 years.
11 summer training with Dan, so at this point, like, we just know each other so well. Just the perfect setup for me. I try to get 2 lifts a weekend in season, especially like last year and this upcoming year with like the condensed schedule because of the Olympics and the Four Nations tournament. There's like more games than ever. It's really hard to get a lot of lifts in, but I try to get at least 2 lifts in a week. And then I try to get like 2 hours of zone 2 training in per week on the bike. But sometimes it's kind of hard just like with the games, travel schedule. Like if we play on the road, it's like game ends, we have 30 minutes to like, I get out of your gear, go to the gym, work out, cool down, stretch, shower, and make the bus. So it can be hard. At home, it's a little easier to get all your training sessions in, but we lift after the game. So like, that's one of the things about hockey. I don't know how other sports are, but we train in the gym. We lift weights after all the games. So like game ends, like everyone leaves the arena, like we're in the gym banging weights. Yeah, you just try to do your best you can, right? A lot of traveling in the summer, visiting friends, going on vacation, stuff like that. So you're just trying to do the best you can. You get locked in for the season, and then especially the last month before training camp, like it's go time. It's time to lock in. So we're in that time of the year now. Whew. So my training split basically in the summer is Monday and Friday are like bigger lift days. Wednesday is more of like a speed, quickness, agility day. Tuesday and Thursday is usually like my PT, recovery, body restoration days. And then I'm on the bike 5 to 6 days a week. Mostly zone 2, but also doing some like VO2 max work, some threshold work. It's an all day affair. Today is skated at 9, go home, grab some food, come here, work out at 1, go home, ride the bike. I got an hour zone 2 tonight, a full day of training. I find those really good because then it's not just like a lateral push, it's like I got to get a lot of rotation, which is a big thing for a goalie. It's very rare that like you make like a perfectly flat lateral move. Those are tough. Yep.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Back on the bed. 4, 3, 6, 5. Sorry. 5, nice. 4, 3, 2, higher. Yeah.
I like being in the gym because obviously like I enjoy grinding and I enjoy training for hockey, but I just like being healthy, staying in good shape. Like I really enjoy, I guess, like the results of like looking good and feeling good, and then just grinding for hockey, trying to get ready for the season. Like it takes a lot to prepare your body. Training on the ice, off the ice, recovery, body restoration, biking, like it's a full-time gig, so you gotta love it. For younger goalies and players, like I would just say, especially now with like social media, there's like a billion exercises out there. Like you don't need to do every single exercise. Like you just need a decent plan, a targeted plan, and then stick to that plan for a while. That's how you improve. You don't need to do every single exercise. You need a plan, you need to do it consistently, you need progressive overload, and just keep getting, and be consistent.
Yeah.
Like, I would say discipline and consistency is more important than like skill. Like if you just show up every day and put in the work, like that's more important than like being super skilled or like even having if you have an amazing training plan, but you only do it like 50% of the time, you're not gonna get the benefits out of it. But you should show up every day. Like I have to move my schedule around a lot in the summer because of travel, different things coming up. Instead of just gassing the workout, I usually just move it to a different day. Next week, like I'm gone for USA camp, but I'll get my workouts in either there or I'm moving some of my workouts to the back end of the week, like just to try to make sure I get everything in.
And like I said too before, your greatest strength is knowing your weakness. To your point, the more you do, the more you figure out where your weaknesses are. If you're in the gym training and you're doing this, and every time you go off your right foot and you're falling off to the side, maybe balance is an issue, core is an issue, but you know what you're doing because you do it so much. Yeah. Makes a huge difference.
So I like doing, like when we did hurdles at the beginning, it was all about like maximum pop. This training is more like the game's, you know, there's 5 minutes left, you're tired, you still got to be able to pick your feet up. Like you don't necessarily have to be the fastest, but you still got to pick your feet up and be strong and get through these range of motions. So we'll do hurdles and footwork at the end. When I'm tired, I've lifted, I've sprinted, I've done hurdles, I've done jumps. So now at the end of the session, it's like, okay, you're tired, you're fatigued, but you still got to figure out a way to be effective here.
This time through, it's going to be inside foot in the middle, outside foot to the side on a big bounce.
Can we get a demo, Dan?
Oh, you
Let's
love
see a
that.
demo.
Look
Let's
at
see a
that.
demo. I want to see Dan do
here.
it.
Over just like that.
I feel like I'm getting a good gather and go on the last one. But I'm able to like still be bouncy out of it an hour into the session, you know? It's like we go to OT, you know? Like still got juice in them.
Beautiful. That's that big guy.
Shout out you, Dan.
Outstanding.
Appreciate
Always
you.
have fun.
Thank you.
Good stuff.
It's a good session. I'm just gonna finish with a little cool down. I think it might be a kettlebell on hips day. I can kind of take you guys through like my cool down routine, like post game, post practice, post gym. This is just like a staple of my everyday. Just like a really simple, really easy way to just like reposition your entire pelvis and ribs. I would recommend every goalie do this before they go on the ice. Make a huge difference in creating space in your hips. Put a foam roller down here, gentle pressure, like 2 or a 3 out of 10. Heels dig in to the bench, and then you're just lifting up your butt off the floor, keeping your belt line on the floor. Head and neck totally relaxed, and then arms here, keeping your ribs down, and then just silent inhale, long, deep exhale. So yeah, that's a really good one. You just want to feel like you're not working too hard. You're just using your hamstrings to kind of tuck your pelvis under. This one, I just put a kettlebell on my hips. So like I'll use this to put underneath my ribs right here. Best thing to use is just like a little towel roll or a very small pillow. You don't want like a big cushion there. And then I like using 2 AirX pads to just assist my head. And then all I'm doing is I'm just moving my right leg, my right knee just a little in front of my left. And then I put a kettlebell right on the side of my pelvis there. And then you just breathe from here. So this just squishes your hips and opens up like the underside of your pelvis just to create a lot of space. And then you just breathe. You can stay here for a couple minutes. So you want to pick like whichever side is feeling tighter. Whichever hip is feeling tighter, that side goes underneath. Just trying to open up space on that underside, legs and hips posterior capsule. I think for me, like my job is to know my body really well and to know the body really well. And just growing up, I've always been super curious because it is my career and what I wanted to do. So I always asked like a million questions. Like every time I worked with a PT, a chiro, a massage therapist, whatever, I'd be like, hey, what are you working on? Why are you working on that? What muscle is that? Like what benefit am I gonna get from this? I asked all these questions, so now I have like this very solid understanding of the body. And like I've never taken like an anatomy class or anything, but a lot of times like I'll work with a new physical therapist or a new massage therapist or whatever. They'll start talking about the body and I'm just like talking about different muscles or different movement patterns, and they're pretty surprised. They're like, oh, did you take an anatomy class? I'm like, no, I just asked questions. So I think as athletes, it's super important to like know your body super well, know the body super well, so that you can properly assess like what's going on. Like a big part of my training every day is coming into the rink, coming into the gym, going to tennis, whatever, even playing golf with my buddies, like knowing how my body's feeling so that it moves the best way possible. And that's just become a huge part of my career. And it takes time. Like it's not something you're gonna learn overnight, but.
I'll have a member in the gym and they'll be like, oh, my back's tweaky. And you're just like, oh, here, come here. Jump on this ball, do this drill, do this breathing. He's hands-on, all of a sudden becoming a helper in the gym. And he's just like, he could so easily just be like, yeah, what's up, guys? What's going on? But he's just like ready to go hands-on because he just wants to, he's got that knowledge, so he's ready to just give it all the time.
I also just like helping. Like when I see someone that's like having a tough time, it's like I know some exercises and things that can help. Like this is my favorite drill to do after I skate and work out. It's a low back decompression. So nice and relaxing, but you just get such a nice release in your low back. It just helps bring your ribs down, and you just sit here and just breathe through it. It shouldn't feel painful at all. It should just feel like a nice like decompression. Yeah, and so another one I like to do, I do it mostly after skating, but I'm going to do it today just because it's my last session. Last like hard session of the week. I just throw my legs up on the wall, do some nice deep breathing, and just get, like Dan said, just get like totally down regulated. Oh, I feel nice and relaxed. Thanks, Dan. Good session today. Fresh new kicks, baby. Love it.
No, they're like, they feel good. They do.